Boneddigion, boneddigesau. Bore da, a chroeso cynnes I seremoni graddio 2025 y Brifysgol Agored yng Nghymru. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to the Open University in Wales Degree Ceremony 2017.
Good morning. By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. Distinguished guests, graduates and friends of the university, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all here to this 26th of the Open University's degree ceremonies being held in 2017. We are delighted to welcome the Commissioner for Welsh Language, Mary Hughes, and Peter Florence, Director of the Hay Festival, who found time in their busy diaries to be with us today. During the past year, the Open University has awarded over 20,000 qualifications, ranging from Certificate of Higher Education to Doctor of Philosophy. Throughout 2017, more than 8,000 graduates are being presented for their qualifications at degree ceremonies such as this one today. And these are being held across 12 different towns and cities throughout England, and also in Belfast, Edinburgh, Dublin, and of course here in Cardiff. And I think this illustrates the extraordinary scale, scope, and reach of the Open University. It goes without saying that today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, your families, and loved ones, as well as all our university staff, who I hope you feel have nurtured and supported you. And you could be forgiven for thinking that this occasion is so important that it needs to be very solemn. But you'd be very wrong. In every sense, this is a day of celebration. So we here will all be very disappointed if anyone crosses this stage today with anything less than thunderous applause, or indeed whatever other way you choose to show your enthusiasm and support. And with that in mind, why don't all of today's graduates please briefly stand? Please, can you stand? And there's one more way in which you can show your appreciation to your graduate. If you post messages or photos on social media, use the hashtag OU/ceremonies, and you can share your congratulations and celebrations with the world outside, as well as with everyone here in the ceremony. So today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who've gained higher degrees and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering, and Bachelor of Laws, and have been able to attend here today. And they will be presented by Miss Judith Davis, Head of Social Work Wales in the Faculty of Wellbeing, Education and Language Studies. Next, the Interim Director of the Open University in Wales, John Darcy, will introduce the President of the Open University Students' Association, Nicola Simpson. And Nicola's going to reflect on her experience as an OU student and how she uses that to lead the largest student body in Europe. And then we will continue our presentation of graduates with those who've gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees and diplomas of higher education, and have also been able to attend here today. And then finally, to conclude the ceremony, I will give a personal address to graduates. So I now call upon Ms. Davis to present the graduates.
Dirprwy Ganghellor, cyflwynaf nawr y graddedigion sydd wedi derbyn graddau uwch ac sydd yn bresennol yma heddiw. Pro-Chancellor, I now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. Cyflwynaf i chi ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn plentyndod ac ieuenctid, I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth, Sharmini Selvaraja. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn addysg, cyflwynaf for the degree of Master of Arts in Education, I present Joanna Dawson. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn hanes, cyflwynaf for the degree of Master of Arts in History, I present Alan Crombie. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn addysg o bell ac ar-lein, y rwyf yn cyflwyno for the degree of Master of Arts in Online and Distance Education, I present Carolyn McIntyre. Susan Williams. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y celfyddydau mewn athroniaeth, rwyf yn cyflwyno for the degree of Master of Arts in Philosophy, I present Suzanne Oakley. Ar gyfer gradd meistr mewn gweneddiaeth busnes, cyflwynaf for the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Susan Ray Banfield. Rhian Jones. Hazel White. Ar gyfer gradd meistr mewn addysg, cyflwynaf for the degree of Master of Education, I present Hannah Dwayne. Jeremy Wilcock. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn rhwydweithio uwch, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Advanced Networking, I present Christopher Jones. Ar Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn ymarfer gofal iechyd datblygedig, cyflwynaf for the degree of Master of Science in Advancing Healthcare Practice, I present Zoe Abbott. Ping Bian. Nicola Freeman Fielding. Karen Hughes. Jacqueline Leroyd. Karen Story. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn cyfrifiadureg, y rwyf yn cyflwyno, for the Master of Science in Computing, I present Eloise Kelly. Cyril Ray. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn rheoli datblygu, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Development Management, I present David Williams. Ar gyfer y radd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn rheoli amgylcheddol, rwyf yn cyflwyno, for the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, I present Steve Graham. Ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn mathemateg, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Master of Science in Mathematics, I present Joelle Bonich. Mark Watts. Byron Williams. Ac ar gyfer gradd meistr yn y gwyddorau mewn rheoli technoleg, cyflwynaf, and for the Master of Science in Technology Management, I present Simon Goodred. Dirprwy gynghellor. Cyflwynaf nawr raddedigion sydd wedi ennill graddau baglor yn y celfyddydau, baglor mewn peirianneg a baglor yn y gyfraith, ac sydd wedi gallu bod yn bresennol yma heddiw. Mae manylion llawn y pynciau wedi hargraffu yn y mewnysodiad gyda'r rhaglen seremoni. Pro-Chancellor, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering and Bachelor of Laws degrees and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert with the ceremony programme. Cyflwynaf I chi ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y celfyddydau gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with first class honours, Elizabeth Aldworth. Julie Ashcroft. Sean Banfield. Samantha Briggs. Susan Brown. Stephanie Burrows. Naomi Camwell. Stephen Carroll. Ben Castle. Ted Clark. Alan Corbyn. Shelley-Ann Douglas. Laura Gray. Kevin Green. Chloe Hearn. David Kerslake. Hazel Lavelle. Amy Legalbo. Anne Maidment. Emily Marston. David Martin. Anne Moffat, and also BA with First Class Honours and BA Open Degree. Hugh Pearce. Catherine Poyner. Rachel Redfern. Hannah Ritalik. Eileen Shaw. Andy Smith. Lewis Smith. Amanda Sophocleus. Sue Warner. Drew Watts. Victoria Watley. Caroline Abbott. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y celfyddydau, gydag anrhydedd, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, I present Sharon Abel. Anderson. Andrea Angel. Tristan Ash. Alexandra Austin. Louise Ballard. Dawn Barnett. Alison Batten. Laura Bees. Maureen Benny. Francis Benoidini. Thomas Blackie. Kelly Blake. Leslie Bone. Catherine Bradley. Jeff Brooks. Steve Chamberlain. Derek Costello. Trudy Craig. Alex Crossland. Lynette Davis. Thomas Delaney. Abigail Dixon. Nigel Dins. Lisa Drushka Missoura. Shirley Dodd. Catherine Dolan. Helen Dowman. Mary Elcombe. Chantel Evans. Lisa Farrow. Sophie Fiddler. Saskia Fletcher. Philippa Freeman. Anna Frowen. Claire Goddard. David Graham. Shu Groom. Helen Gunter. Karen Guide. Rihanna Holbrook. Julie Hayes. Siriaco de Melas. Daniel Higgins. Jennifer Hyons. Timothy Hood. Carl Hughes. Elizabeth Jeffries. Gerard Delaney. Kerry Jones. Hannah Jones. Lorraine Callagher. Leanne Kemble. Emma Kempson. Naima Khan. Suzanne Lawrence. Richard Lewis. Beverly Lucas. Melissa Mallows. David Martin. Dawn McLeish. Israk Mia. Jane Miller. Sarah Mills. Hannah Morgan. Tiani Mountcher. Judith Mumford. Carol Murray. Ellen Morell. Angela Mutlow. Ava Maria Neesons. Jessica Newport. Madeline Nolan. Claire Pepperall. Ashley Pearson. Yasmin Priday. Louise Pritchard. April Rayner. Georgina Ribera. Benjamin Rees. Ian Rees. Susan Richards. Catherine Riley. Jane Risby. Michael Roberts. Richard Roberts. Katie Rowley. Ar gyfer gradd bagler yn y celfyddydau cyflwynaf for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Angela Ryan. Andy Ryder. Mark Samuel. Claire Sanders. Kelly Savagar. Sarah Scott. Jonathan Sharing. Anne Siswell. Jenny Smith. Amy Spencer. Stephen Spurrell. Emma Stafford. Kirsten Tancred. Louise Teager. Hannah Thomas. Jackie Thomas. Ian Todd. Jason Vowles. Riley Waddington. Sophie Ward. Alexander Wenben Pike. Victoria Wetton. Hannah White. Carolyn Wileman. David Williams. Rory Williams. Helen Windsor. Gareth Woodman. Ar gyfer y gradd baglor yn y celfyddydau, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, I present Vicky Bowron. John Dyke. India Howell. Gaynor Norton. Julie Sargent. Natasha Taghome. Thomas Pether. On September the 27th of this year, Thomas passed away peacefully in his sleep at the age of 39, 2 days before his 40th birthday. He knew that he had achieved his degree, which gives some element of comfort to his family. I would like you all to join me in recognising his achievement. Ar gyfer y radd baglor yn y celfyddydau, mewn gwaith cymdeithasol gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, rwyf yn cyflwyno for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with First Class Honours, I present Catherine James. Ar gyfer y radd baglor yn y celfyddydau, mewn gwaith cymdeithasol gydag anrhydedd, rwyf yn cyflwyno for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work with Honours, I present Jessica Davis. Deborah Hart. Chloe Sargent. Catherine Spencer. Ryan Wheeler. Ar gyfer gradd baglor mewn peirianneg gyda gynrhydedd, cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with honours, I present Christopher Kent. Samuel Learmonth. Adam Walton. Lucy Dunn. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gyfraith gyda ganrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf cyflwynaf for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with First Class Honours, I present Candice Gunter. Jade Moore. Leanne Richards. Tom Rowan. Pete Vernon. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gyfraith gyda gynrhydedd, cyflwynaf, and for the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours, I present Emily Davis. Murray Edwards. Annabelle Hadland. Shahnaz Hussain. Lauren Jolliffe. Matthew Kalmeyer. Sheridan Mangle. Jessica Owen. Jessica Penry. Serena Phillips. Prabodh Pudaruth. Michael Shanahan. Leanne Silcox. Lauren Steele. Alice Sykes. Martha Taravinga. Mutluluk Williams.
Pro-Chancellor, graduates, colleagues and guests, Bore da. Today is all about our wonderful graduates of 2017, those who have so far crossed the stage and those who have yet to do so. Congratulations to you all. I would now like to introduce a past graduate of the Open University to reflect on her experience as one of our students. Nikki Simpson is a remarkable woman. She was elected as Deputy President of the Open University Students' Association in 2016 and then as President in August 2017. Nikki has been involved in many different things, from recruiting OU staff to chairing the OU Charter Day and speaking at the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Students on the decline in numbers of part-time and mature students in England. Volunteering has always been an important part of Nikki's life. She has been involved in many overseas missions to build homes for disadvantaged families. And Nikki told me that she was lucky to get a place at the Students' Association conference in 2012, and that really sparked her interest in the association and the well-being of Open University students. She got involved, she met other students, and she made sure that students from Northern Ireland had representation. I personally can testify to that at first hand, as Nikki really transformed the student voice in Northern Ireland, bringing a tangible energy and a pride to the association. Please welcome the President of the Open University Students' Association, Nikki Simpson.
Thank you, John. Thank you for those kind words. I'm not sure I agree with them all in their entirety, but they were lovely welcome. So when I was asked to speak today at a moment of so much importance in your lives, signalling years of hard work, dedication, late nights, and huge personal sacrifice, I was terrified about the consequences of saying the wrong thing. I went through an emotional process, something akin to opening module materials for the first time. Excitement through to mild terror and back again. And I think I recognized some of those emotions in your faces as you were waiting to cross the stage. But despite those fears, it's wonderful to be here today. OU graduations are just good for the soul. So I would like to thank the OU in Wales for inviting me today. So after the initial panic at what I might talk about, I did what a lot of students do at times of stress, and I went online. I discovered that there are hours and hours worth of graduation speeches on there. Not only that, but there are now articles dedicated to the art of writing graduation speeches, what cliches to avoid, and inspiring quotes to include. There was so much that I decided to just ignore it all. And I went to a colleague for some advice, which is probably what I should have done right at the start. And that colleague was John, and he encouraged me to share a little bit about my experiences as a student. So you're going to get a condensed version of my life story in the next few minutes. I was the first in my family to start university, but I wasn't the first person to finish university. I went to university straight after school. I moved into my own home and put up the same posters that every student house seemed to have. I figured out how to balance early morning lectures with late night clubbing while also earning some money. Unfortunately, something wasn't quite right. I didn't think I was good enough to be a student. And I decided that the best thing to do would be to transfer to another subject, one I thought might be easier, at another university and have a fresh start. Looking back on it all now, I know that I was just having a huge crisis of confidence, and instead of talking about it, I decided to run away from my problems. So things at my second university went okay. I was all set to get a 2-1, when in my final year I started to feel horrendously tired all of the time. I couldn't concentrate in class, and when I did my final exams, I experienced sheer terror and absolute panic. I failed my final year, and I couldn't face going back to do it all again. I'd had it with being a student, so I decided I'd get a job, and I thought that would carve a new path for my life. I didn't know it at the time, but my experiences that year were the start of a chronic health condition, which was later diagnosed as fibromyalgia. This is a condition which, amongst other things, causes widespread pain and chronic tiredness. The type of tiredness, for anybody who's experienced it, you'll know it can make getting out of bed and making a cup of tea seem like climbing Everest. So the job I had that was going to carve out my new life wasn't compatible with the illness that I had. And again, I felt that my opportunities were being very limited and that life was being cut short. And it was at that time that I somehow discovered the Open University. Didn't go easy at first. I got off to a really hard start and I didn't finish my first module. But a phone call with a really encouraging advisor helped me to pick myself up and choose another module. They helped me to redefine my goals. So it wasn't so much about finishing a degree, it was about studying things that interested me. So I did a module in youth work, then I did another one in health science, then I did one in counselling, and so it continued. And these were all new subjects to me, not things that I'd studied at my previous 2 universities. Along the way, as John has mentioned, I got involved in the Students' Association, and I started volunteering there to meet other students and tackle some of the immense isolation I had in my life. During that time that I started volunteering, and as I continued as a volunteer, I was lucky that my health improved enough for me to take on more responsibilities. And now I'm standing here as president, working with and representing some of the hardest working people that I have ever met. After 8 years at the Open University, with a lot of support from the OU, my family and other students, I had done enough to qualify for a degree. In 2015, I walked across the stage in a venue not unlike this one, very big and very grand, in Belfast, and collected my degree in health and social care. And that was 14 years after I had first started university. So that's pretty much my life story, really, as being a student. The Open University and the Students' Association helped me to transform my life, and I know a lot of people here feel exactly the same way. I don't give all of the credit to the OU because it takes real courage and grit to succeed at the OU, and that can only come from you. But for me, the Open University succeeded where other universities had failed me. When it came to my own graduation, it wasn't quite what I expected. It was a very strange day with lots of mixed emotions. There was happiness and joy to have reached my goal, of course, but there was also a little bit of sadness and regret that it had taken a long time. I also had a fair amount of fear about what to do next. And if that's you right now, don't worry, this is a very common experience. Opportunities will find you, or you will find them. When you think back to who you were when you first started with the Open University and who you are now, I know that there will have been changes in your life. No doubt you know a lot more about your subject than you did when you started, but there have been other changes. You might be in new jobs, new relationships. Your family might have grown. Your children might have moved away and started on their own adventures. Some of you will also be thinking about loved ones who aren't here anymore. Loved ones who are desperately missed and you wished were here to see you today. My advice is to soak it all up. Let yourself shed a tear if you have to, but appreciate how far you've come. When you leave today, share your joy and experience with others. You don't know how much of an inspiration you are. To OU students who are out there studying right now, when they see your tweets and your celebrations, that really keeps them going, and I'm sure some of you know that yourselves. Talking about your experiences as an OU student might just be the spark that makes somebody else take the first step to change their own life. Everyone who signs up to study with the OU does it for their own reasons. Whatever your reasons, you've made it, and I applaud every one of you here today. Well done.
Dy'r prwyg anghellor, wrth barhau a chyflwyno graddedigion, cyflwynaf nawr y rhaini sydd wedi ennill graddau baglor mewn gwyddoniaeth, graddau sylfaen, a diplomau addysg uwch ac sydd wedi llwyddo i fod yn bresennol yma heddiw. Mae manylion llawn y pynciau wedi eu hargraffu yn y mewnwysodiad gyda'ch rhaglen seremoni. Pro-Chancellor, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd dosbarth cyntaf, cyflwynaf, I present for the degree of Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Cardiff Clargo. Sarah Deegan. Anne-Marie Harper. Matthew Hopkins. Denny Humphreys. Rob Jarvis. Anna Jenkins. Sam Jones. Alison Meller. David Miller. Sarah Radev. Hannah Rosen. Tim Summers. Laurie Williams. Terry-Ann Willis. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau gydag anrhydedd cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, I present Jennifer Allen. Claire Andrews. Emily Arnoux. Melanie Bailey. Barbara Ball. Paige Ball. Neil Bynon. Simon Bird. Jade Brown. Martin Brown. Alistair Buckley. David Byrne. Louise Callahan. Gillian Cater. Cheney. Karen Chenery. Neil Chinnock. Faye Coles. Tony Cooper. Angharad Davis. Leanne Davis. Louise Davis. Paul Dukes. Patrick Dunbar. Ethan Edwards. Lucy Ellett. Edward Epperson. Kevin Farrow. Jennifer Fergus. Tracy Fisher. Michelle Fitzgerald. Anna Flint. Maria Foster. Sarah Fuller. Gemma Furnival. Helena Gammond. Carl Gibson. Fiona Glavin. Mary Goloszewski. Julia Graham. Elizabeth Griffiths Hughes. Marta Gropachkova Gonsiova. Is that any good? Mark Halliday. Maitreyi Hedge. Tom Hilton. Sarah Hine. Samuel Holmes. Roger Holwell. Thomas Hooper. Rebecca Higgins. Hazel Hughes. Jessica John. Rachel Jones. Zoe Kind. Sally Kingston. Nicola Lewis. Sarah Lewis. Sarah Lowe. Stephen Marshall. Sean Matthews. Nick McCormack. Celine McGonnell, sorry. Ria Monkton. Tracy Morrison. Sheila Murphy. Rosaline Nidwani. Sherry O'Brien. Natasha Owen. Chris Parsons. Sean Perry. Daniel Phillips. Zoe Porter. Andrew Pritchard. Chantal Rana. Richard Rees. Martin Rendell. Megan Reynolds. Samantha Richards. Julie Rogers. Mark Rollinson. Diane Ross. Rachel Salisbury. Beverly Sawyer. Janice Scapelhorn. Malise Sen. Emily Shepherd. Kirsty Thomas. Rachel Turner. Juanita Turner. Beverly Turner Matthews. Deborah Lynn Walder. Chris Warmsey. Jonathan Watkins. Terry White. Sherry Williams. Claire Williams. Nolene Williams. Lisa Wilson. Daniel Young. Francesca Zarilli. Ar gyfer gradd baglor yn y gwyddorau cyflwynaf, for the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present Fiona Beltagi. Heather Christian. Trian Hill. Lorna Illingworth. Sandra Jones. Stephen Jones. Vincent Nkube. Francisco Pinero. Curtis Rendell. Rupesh Rupalia. John Selway. Kerry Stevens. Catherine Stewart. Shelley Tilston. Paul Whitehead. Wendy Woolridge. Ar gyfer gradd sylfaen, cyflwynaf for a foundation degree, I present Penelope Ball. James Constable. Thomas Jones. Alexandra Kalinka. Nick Lines. Julia Miles. Lisa Stead. Ar gyfer diploma mewn addysg uwch, cyflwynaf, for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Frank Carter. Lisa Head. Holly Lamb. Leah Thomas. Jason Tregenza.
Well, good morning, everyone. All our guests, members of Senate, staff, and of course our wonderful graduates. This has been a very special day for everyone, one to remember, I hope, for the rest of your lives. And for me, it is a particular pleasure and privilege to be presiding at this graduation ceremony here in Wales, and also at this incredible venue. You are very, very lucky to have such a wonderful hall. And I want to start by thanking Nikki Simpson for her very moving speech. The Open University contributes much to Wales, but in return, Wales contributes much to the Open University. This nation has a very special place within the UK for many reasons, and one of them is that it is a pioneer of adult education, and that continues today. Everyone here at the Open University is committed to our mission of securing greater social justice. But anyone inside the institution will tell you that no part of the institution is more passionate about that than our staff and students at the OU in Wales. And I've seen so much emotion and pride in the faces of you, our graduates, as you've walked across the stage today. And from here, I can occasionally see the faces, and I can certainly hear our audience, the friends and family who've been so supportive. And I want to start by saying that each of you, our graduates, is extraordinary. And together, as a body, you are even more extraordinary. I believe, in fact, that you are the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the UK. Today, all of you and your friends and supporters are probably sharing this auditorium with some of the most extraordinary people you are ever likely to meet. For family, friends, and supporters, you know the incredible efforts that your graduates went to in achieving their qualifications. But many of you won't know much about the other graduates and just how amazing, as I say, you are as a body. So I'd like to take a small moment just to show ourselves why. And I'm going to start by asking our graduates some questions so we can learn a little bit more about each other. And if you wouldn't mind raising your hands to my questions. So I want to start with the first question, which was, who was employed or did voluntary work at some stage during their study? Would you put your hands up? And I think that is a sea of hands. Okay, who helped bring up a family during their study? And that's also quite a lot of hands. And who cared for parents or other dependents while they were studying? Yep, that's a smaller number. So now, anyone who has put up their hand at all, can you please put up your hands? Thank you. And I think that's pretty much absolutely everyone. So as you see from that, almost every student here has needed to fulfill some other obligation alongside their study. And compare that with the students at conventional universities, whose extra duties might extend to the sports team, or indeed their commitment to the student bar. Your efforts are so much greater. And let me just share a frustration I have over the words that are sometimes used to describe students like you. Conventional students are described as full-time students, and OU students like you are described as part-time students. Part-time, no, I think more like double-time with the OU. But there's only one thing tougher than being at the OU, and that's actually living with someone at the OU. And many of you who've come across the stage today have told me about your achievement and how you've achieved that with help from your family and friends. So I actually want to take a moment to acknowledge the support of your family and friends who are celebrating with you today. Let's thank them for supporting you. And please, could all our graduates stand and find their family and supporters and thank them. And there's another vital group that's helped you get here today, and that's the OU's wonderful academics. And they're represented here today by an absolutely magnificent turnout of our academics and our tutors. They wrote and presented your course, and as tutors, they taught you and helped you get through the course, and they too deserve our huge appreciation. So you're all absolutely special, but you've also studied at a very special university with very, very high standards, standards that we know employers recognize and value. Over 1,300 employers regularly invest in our courses. In Wales, we have students who work for employers as diverse as the health sector, from care assistants to nurses, the education sector from teaching assistants to heads, the private sector from micro businesses and SMEs to larger multinationals, and whether public, private, large or small, employers and employees from all sectors value what we have to offer. In fact, a government survey found that employers perceive part-time students to be hardworking, committed, and above all, highly disciplined. And unique to Wales is our long-standing partnership with the Wales TUC and the trade union Unison. And this has resulted in over 2,000 union members registering with us to support their own development and their careers. And only last year, this innovative engagement was recognised, and the OU in Wales received 3 Wales TUC Quality Awards, and it's the only university in the UK that has such an award. So, an OU qualification is truly something to be proud of, something well recognised and well respected. And I hope if you're aiming for a new job or a promotion following this qualification, you can remind your employer of that. And if you're looking for some other things to tell people about the universities, then I've got a few more facts for you. We are doing wonderful work with those who need our help most. And earlier this month, the Open University's English in Action programme, delivered in collaboration with Cambridge Education, won the prestigious Pioneer Award. This is an innovative 10-year project that changes the way children, young people and adults in Bangladesh learn English. And in Wales, we work with community organisations, employers and trade unions to ensure we reach all parts of this nation. We work with community groups to help individuals take their first steps to higher education, and with carer organisations in Wales so that they can provide opportunities and support to those with particularly demanding family situations. In 2013, the OU led the way in digital innovation when we were the first UK university to create a platform for massive open online courses, MOOCs, free learning for the world, through an initiative called FutureLearn. And since it was set up, it's brought over 6 million learners together globally. I think that's an incredible number. And many of you will be familiar with our partnership with the BBC. Whenever you see the OU Shield at the end of a TV programme, you can be sure that the OU has been helping develop that programme, and there will be something extra to learn. For instance, take the recent OU BBC Two programme, The Search for a New Earth. In this landmark programme, Professor Stephen Hawkins enlists experts to explore if and how humans can reach for the stars. and even relocate to different planets. And of course, we're involved in David Attenborough's Blue Planet 2, which has just started on TV. I'd like to turn to the research at the Open University. When we took part in the UK's exercise to assess university research, it showed nearly 3/4 of the Open University's research was ranked as 4 or 3-star. This means either world-leading or internationally excellent. So we're very, very highly placed in the research in which we do. And this research, some of it, really captures the public imagination. We're incredibly proud of our work in space exploration. For instance, the controlled crashing of the Cassini space probe. I think the Cassini mission will transform our understanding of the second largest planet in our solar system, Saturn, with its vast ring system. The scientific legacy of this mission will extend long after its fiery end in the clouds of Saturn. So you can see you are a member of a university that is a world leader in technology, in innovation, and in helping people to learn. And now you will always be a member of that university. A university that, at its heart, believes where you start in life shouldn't limit where you go. Today you join a community of Open University alumni around the world. The OU's been at your side throughout your studies, and today we give you a new commitment to stay with you on your lifelong journey. We promise to help you develop your professional career and to learn more about your chosen field of study. And we promise to make our latest research available. Our motto, on the crest behind me, is learn and live. That is something that all Open University graduates embody as soon as they step back into their busy lives. Because we are the people who open up the future of learning. So continue to learn and live. You have proven you have great skills and great ability. Be confident that you can change the world around you for the better in whatever you do. You are now part of a vast network of people as extraordinary as you. You can join our alumni careers group on LinkedIn to share your professional experience and make new connections. Or you can try one of our free online courses on OpenLearn or FutureLearn. Or maybe when you've recovered sufficiently, you can even contemplate another OU course. When you leave today, you become an ambassador for the Open University and all that it stands for. Its values of social justice, equality, education, and for knowledge to be open to all. Share your experiences with others you know. Tell people what your OU journey has meant to you and what it could mean for them. In a moment, the proceedings will end and the ceremonial party will process out. Please do join me and all our processing party outside the auditorium so that we can congratulate you. Now, can I ask one last time for all our graduates to stand and for everyone to join me in giving them the biggest round of applause. Thank you. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have now been completed, and I declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all those who are able to please stand for the singing of the national anthem? Thank you.